Listed measurements: 5 foot 9 1/8, 178 pounds, 2018-19 year. Eligibility: a senior academically. Crawford has at least 2 years of eligibility remaining, including the 2018. If desired, there is reason to think the NCAA could grant Crawford a waiver for one more depth chart before the spring. It was readily assumed Crawford would start at nickelback in 2018, but senior safety Nick Coleman spent some time there, as well, offering a more physical option at the position. Crawford also remains in contention for duties as the field of cornerback, though junior Troy Pride appears to have pole position in that race. Recruiting: a consensus 4-star prospect, the Under Armour All-American walked away from a commitment to Michigan shortly after receiving an offer from Notre Dame. The number 7 cornerback in the class of 2015, per Rivals.com, the number 7 recruit in Ohio and the number 82 in the country. Crawford also held offers from Miami, Ohio State and Florida State, among others. Career to date: despite playing in all 12 regular season games last year, Crawford's story continues to be defined by his injuries. Notre Dame's statistics indicate Crawford did not play in the Citrus Bowl victory over LSU, but nothing sticks out to the memory as to why, if he did not. Crawford emerged as the starting nickelback in preseason practices as a freshman before a torn ACL ended his debut before it began. An absurdly quick recovery had him ready to face Texas to begin 2016, and Crawford shined that evening, returning a blocked punt after attempt for a defensive 2-point conversion. Just a week later, though, an interception celebration yielded an Achilles tear and another prematurely ended. In his first collegiate, Crawford may have tired as they progressed. His tackle numbers actually increased: 14 in the first 6 games, 18 in the last 6 games, but every one of Crawford's big plays came in the first half of the year. It would not be a stretch to think his stamina had not yet caught up to his athleticism in the recovery from 2 devastating injuries. 2015, lost entirely to preseason injury. 2016, 2 games, 6 tackles, 1 interception, 1 pat return for 2 points. 2017 to 12 games, 1 start, 32 tackles with 1.5 sacks and 2 interceptions, 5 pass breakups, 2 fumbles forced and 1 recovered in the end zone at Michigan State for a 2-count preventing touchback. Quotes: maybe a second healthy will end the injury questions regarding Crawford, but they still popped up this spring. That, in turn, allowed Irish head coach Brian Kelly to emphasize how good Crawford looked. "What I've noticed more than anything else this spring is he has some suddenness to him," Kelly said in early April. "Change of direction, closing on the football, things of that nature where he was healthy last year but he still didn't have that snap that you require." Cornerbacks coach Todd Light admitted he still has to rein in Crawford a bit in practice, but that is as much due to the junior's mentality as it is his injury-plagued past. In order to get through 2018 healthy, skipping a few reps in March and April is a small cost to pay, especially considering the qualities Light feels Crawford brings to the field. "Sean is really good at reading route combinations and understanding offensive schemes and where they want to go with the ball," Light said. Also, his ability to communicate when offense is adjusting their motion and we have to transition from one defense to another or we have to transition from one technique to another. He's really good at communicating that. He's one of our smartest defenders on the field. With his height, the 50-50 jump balls are the only things that are an issue. If you play a team like Stanford where they have 6-4, 6-5, 6-6 wide receivers, that is an issue on an every down basis. You have to watch the matchups. He's a player that can definitely help us win both on the perimeter and inside. He's one of my favorite defenders. What was projected a year ago? Let's start by staying healthy for A. Crawford's injuries is certainly not his fault, but until he can hold up to the grind of a collegiate, this outlook hardly matters. He played both sides of the ball in high school with great success, so there is reason to believe his body is up for a physical workload, it just has not had an opportunity to show that yet. If healthy, Crawford's quickness and pound-for-pound strength should make him nearly the ideal nickelback. Few slot receivers or running backs running routes can shake someone with Crawford's skill set. There is not the slightest bit of exaggeration or presumption when saying Crawford's strip and recovery at the Michigan State goal line saved a 2-count early in that Notre Dame victory last. App photo, Al Golder's 2018 Outlook. Crawford at his peak last may have been Notre Dame's most dynamic defender. It is just difficult to know if his peak was short-lived or if the opportune moments were simply more infrequent in TH's second half. Given the slide of the entire Irish defence, it is not a leap to presume Crawford tired. Coming off those two injuries, it would be an understandable fatigue. That cannot be the case in 2018, even if it appeared to be somewhat the situation in the spring. Coleman's seeing time at nickelback showed a loosening to Crawford's ironclad grip on the position. A few times, he let Notre Dame's receivers get by him, something beyond consideration when he is at his quickest. A summer focused on conditioning, not rehab, could help that cause, at which point expect another fall of 30 to 40 snaps per game of an estimated total possible of 80, with about 40 tackles and whole numbers in the statistical columns of tackles for loss, sacks, pass breakups and interceptions. That kind of all-around production is what makes good defenses great, so Crawford's start could be an early litmus test for the whole team's first under Irish defensive coordinator Clark Lee. With that in mind, the theoretical nickelback competition between Crawford and Coleman is one to watch in pre-season practices. If Crawford lines up against Michigan on September 1 and knocks down 2 passes before tackling a ball carrier in the backfield, raise any expectations for Notre Dame's 2018. If he gets beat on a deep route and Coleman subs in immediately and permanently, lower those thoughts likewise. Down the road, Irish junior cornerback Julian Love may have an NFL estate decision to make following this. Those disclaimers pop up for players named second-team All-Americans as sophomores. If he heads to the draft, pride could move to the boundary position, and Crawford spend day as the starter at field cornerback. That would bode best for his own NFL aspirations. Even if Love sticks around, the NFL is always looking for speedy athletes with quick hips who can make plays. In other words, a healthy Crawford. Proving that health, and total recovery from a tough-to-overcome Achilles injury, over the next 2s would lay that groundwork very well. Crawford may find himself needing a 6th year in college to burgeon his professional chances. Given the timing and nature of his 2 injuries, it is logical to think the NCAA would grant the waiver for him to play a 4th, be it at Notre Dame or elsewhere. Notre Dame 99-2, number 99 Jerry Tulare, defensive tackle, senior number 98 Jamian Franklin, defensive tackle, incoming freshman number 97 Micah Treadway, defensive tackle, senior no. 95 Myron Tagovailoa Ramosa, defensive tackle, sophomore number 94 Darnell Ewell, defensive tackle, sophomore number 91 Adi Agundaji, defensive end, junior number 89 Brock Wright, tight end, sophomore number 88 Javon McKinley, receiver, junior number 87 Michael Young, receiver, sophomore no. 86 Alize Mack, tight end, senior number 85 George Takacs, tight end, early enrolled freshman number 85 Tyler Newsome, punter and captain, 5th year senior number 84 Cole Kmet, tight end, sophomore number 83 Chase Claypool, receiver, junior no. 82 Nick Waisha, tight end, 5th year senior number 81 Miles Boykin, receiver, senior number 80 Micah Jones, receiver, early enrolled freshman number 78 Tommy Creamer, right guard, junior no. 76 Dylan Gibbons, offensive lineman, sophomore no. 75 Josh Lugg, offensive lineman, sophomore number 74 Liam Eichenberg, starting left tackle, junior number 72 Robert Hainsey, right tackle, sophomore number 71 Alex Bars, left guard and captain, 5th year senior number 70 Luke Jones, offensive lineman, incoming freshman no. 69 Aaron Banks, offensive tackle, sophomore number 68 Jarrett Patterson, offensive tackle, incoming freshman number 60 Cole Mabry, offensive tackle, incoming freshman number 57 Trevor Ruland, offensive lineman, senior no. 57 theoretically Jason Adami Lola, defensive tackle, incoming freshman no. 56 John Duxon, offensive lineman, incoming freshman no. 55 Jonathan Bonner, defensive tackle, 5th year senior no. 54 John Shannon, long snapper, junior number 53 Khalid Kareem, defensive end, junior number 53 Sam Mustafa, center and captain, 5th year senior number 52 Bo Bauer, linebacker, early enrolled freshman number 47 Kofi Wardlow, defensive end, sophomore no. 45 Jonathan Jones, linebacker, junior number 44 Jameer Jones, defensive end, junior number 42 Julian Okwara, defensive end, junior number 41 Kurt Heinisch, defensive tackle, sophomore no. 40. Drew White, linebacker, sophomore. Number 39. Jonathan Dourif, kickoff specialist, sophomore. Number 34. Jamir Smith, running back, early enrolled freshman. Number 33. Shane Simon, linebacker, incoming freshman. Number 31. Jack Lamb, linebacker, early enrolled freshman. Number 30. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, linebacker, sophomore. Number 29. Ovie Okafor, linebacker, early enrolled freshman. Number 28. Nico Furtata, safety, senior. Number 27. Julian Love, cornerback, junior, second-team All-American. Number 25. Braden Lenzy, receiver, incoming freshman. Number 24. Tommy Tremble, tight end, incoming freshman. Number 24. Nick Holman, defensive back, senior. Number 23. Drew Tranquil, linebacker, two-time captain, fifth-year senior. Number 22. Asmar Bilal, rover, senior. Number 21. Jalen Elliott, safety, junior, medical exemption no. 35. David Adams, linebacker, sophomore, outgoing transfer. Number 11. Freddie Canteen, receiver, outgoing transfer.